they seem to be moving in all directions, trying to survive.
Yeah.
And one of the very unfortunate directions they seem to be moving in is that businesses, individuals move from one local government and they enter another local government. They are harassed, their goods sometimes destroyed by revenue thugs who tax businesses and individuals again and again and again. I mentioned it in my opening comment. That problem has not been resolved. Has it been resolved?
Yes, it has not been resolved, but effort is being geared towards the resolution. For example, the National Anti-Multiple Taxation Scheme that is being driven by the local government in conjunction with other federal agencies and the state governments of Nigeria is geared towards resolving such illegal activities. For example, illegal bans on those who blocks the road, on roadblocks, by hoodlums, killings, maiming, disruption, harassment that is being faced by those who do haulages of vehicles along Nigerian ways is one of the cardinal principles of the NAM tax project.
By the way, you just said NAM tax.
Yeah.
I've been looking at this Argon NAM tax and NATIS project.
Yeah.
These are acronyms.
Yeah.
What is NAM tax?
NAM tax, like I've said, is the National Anti-Multiple Taxation Scheme. And the major theme of this is to eradicate illegal roadblocks on our roads and illegal extortions of monies from haulers, traders, marketers, and others that are road users on a daily basis. And we know what they face, the menace that is being faced or they were caused by the hoodlums. We know cases, and we have cases of killings on the road. We have cases of destruction on the road. We have cases of these hoodlums causing accidents on the road. So we have cases where they will have to even detain the motorboy to the driver. So a lot of this we know. We know how many of these checkpoints from Sokoto to Calabar. We know how many of these checkpoints from Kano to Lagos. And we know the extortions that are involved. That is why the Argon National Executive Council decided unanimously with over 2/3 to say that this project should come so that we can give a stop to all these hoodlum activities on our road. That is what is called the anti-multiple taxation. And one major problem too is that you have operators with several kinds of local government papers, several kinds of state government papers, collecting all forms of fees, levies, and taxes on our roads. We want to harmonize it and have a single motorist document and a single loading and offloading document. Apart from that, we need to establish the loading and offloading points where whatever legal fees, taxes, levies that needs to be paid are paid. And it is also electronically driven from the first process to the last one. For example, if you make a payment through a POS, point of sales, a point of sales, and owned by bankers, given to our vendors all over the country, just there and then, a receipt is produced with a QR code that the verification application will verify along the road. Nobody is expected, just by Section 2 of our levies and taxes law. Nobody, no organization, not even the relevant tax authority, is expected to be on the road to collect any form of taxes or levy. So you know where these people operate from. Our traders operate from the markets. They operate from the market, from the motor parks. They operate from farm centers. They operate from warehouses. They operate from ports, terminals, etc. So we expect that every accredited tax collector should be at those points to collect tax. Nobody should be on the road. The National Executive Council of Algon is the highest, one of the apex body of Algon. They have met severally, obtained submissions from all local governments, headed by all the Algon chairmen of each of the states, 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, and took a position requesting, based on the challenges that is faced by local government, the closest government to the grassroots level, and decided that with these challenges, there's a need for the Federation to consider increasing the share of the local government of the Federation account. A lot of efforts were made. Presentations also made by the national headquarters of Algon to the National Assembly, and there too, with information available to us, the federal government has considered increasing the allocation of local government by 3.3%.
That's
Additional, towards what the share is today. We believe that is a step in the right direction, and we continue to engage governments, the other levels of government, the states and the local and the federal government, on considering the challenges faced by the local government and may further give increments. We're not only stopping at that, as just waiting for funds that will be coming from the federal allocation. We're also looking inwards, especially after the COVID period. Every organization has to reorder and re-engineer strategically and position itself in the scheme of things. By doing so, we need to look at enhancing all the constitutional provisions that is given to local government so that the internally generated revenue can be improved upon, and by so implication, we will also be able to provide services, the required services for the large populations within the rural and the community levels of all the local governments in Nigeria.